Once upon a time, there was a famous waterway called the Panama Canal. It was like a superhighway for ships, helping them quickly travel between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. But then, Mexico had a brilliant idea. They wanted to build something similar right in their own backyard. Join us on an exciting journey through time and tides as we unravel Mexico's maritime ambitions. From ancient seafaring traditions to modern shipping hubs, discover how this ambitious $4.5 billion project could shape Mexico's role on the global maritime stage. But before we dive into Mexico's latest endeavor, let's take a step back in time and explore the origins of the legendary Panama Canal. Nestled within the lush landscapes of Central America, a dream was born, a dream of connecting the vast oceans that embraced either side of the continent. This dream echoed through the hearts of explorers and traders for centuries, a yearning for a shortcut, a passage to ease the journey between the Atlantic and the Pacific. In the 1800s, French engineer Ferdinand de Lesseps, fresh from building the Suez Canal, dared to construct a canal across the Isthmus of Panama. With grand ambitions and determination, he began this immense project. However, disease, harsh terrain, and money troubles caused it to fail, leaving shattered dreams. Undeterred by the French setback, the ambitious and innovative United States emerged as a new champion under President Theodore Roosevelt. Recognizing the canal's strategic importance for trade and geopolitics, they took on the mantle. What followed was one of history's most daring engineering feats. American workers descended on Panama, ready to conquer nature's obstacles, battling deadly diseases in sweltering jungles, navigating treacherous terrain, and bridging the vast gap between oceans. Through grit, determination, and relentless innovation, they persevered, carving a path, constructing locks to conquer elevation changes, reshaping landscapes. Their groundwork laid the foundation for an earth-altering marvel. In 1914, a dream was realized. The Panama Canal opened, uniting the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. This human triumph stood as a beacon of progress against all odds. Since then, the canal has been a vital trade artery, seamlessly moving goods between major markets. It reshaped commerce, shortened routes, catalyzing economic growth globally. Yet even this marvel needed upgrades over time. Enter the Panama Canal expansion in 2007, doubling capacity to handle more ships. But it wasn't just about size. Environmental impact studies ensured protecting local plants and animals. They dug new channels, widened entrances, raised Gatun Lake's level, excavated deeper at Culebra Cut. Most exciting were new, huge locks, like water elevators lifting ships to Gatun's level, then lowering them on the other side, conserving maximum water with massive rolling gates. With the expansion finished, the Panama Canal was bigger and better than ever. Ships of all shapes and sizes could sail through its waters, carrying goods and dreams to every corner of the globe. Now, let's turn our attention to Mexico, where a place called the Isthmus of Tehuantepec caught the government's eye. This narrow strip of land seemed perfect for a shortcut between the oceans. So the Mexican government decided to build a special railway there, a superfast cargo train track of sorts. People got excited because this new project could bring a lot of money and jobs to the area. But at the same time, some folks worried about what it might do to the environment and the people living there. Experts discussed how this new railway could change the way things are done in the world of trade. They said Mexico could become a major player on the global stage, but others warned that big projects like this can have significant consequences. They were concerned about how it might affect the land, the animals, and the people who call the area home. In 2020, President Andrés Manuel López Obrador set a dream in motion: the Isthmus of Tehuantepec Interoceanic Corridor. Plans were made, blueprints drawn, and workers broke ground, shaping the future with their hands. This grand railway would stretch from Salina Cruz on the Pacific to Coatzacoalcos on the Atlantic. The government promised economic bounty, a lifeline for impoverished regions. As progress took root, jobs blossomed like wildflowers, offering hope for a brighter future. Experts said this railway could change global trade, making Mexico a major player on the world stage. This corridor aims to move goods faster and cheaper between the Pacific and Atlantic Oceans. Eduardo Romero Fong, leading the planning, believes it could be a game changer, handling over 1 million containers yearly and bringing immense jobs and revenue by 2050. The government sees it boosting Mexico's economy, easing trade with the U.S., and opening doors to places like China. Some see the corridor collaborating with, not competing against, the Panama Canal. The canal's experienced hands offer to assist Mexico's new project. And it seems these grand plans are already bearing fruit. Reports show the South and Southeast regions growing more than ever before. Good news for a long struggling area. As part of the corridor, the government plans 10 massive industrial parks in the isthmus, dubbed Development Pools for Welfare, or PODEBs. Each park will span around 300 hectares, 740 acres, aiming to attract investment and create jobs. The government wanted to encourage businesses to invest in these industrial parks, so they offered special benefits. Companies setting up factories in the corridor wouldn't have to pay income tax for the first 3 years, and after that, they could get a big tax reduction for the next 3 years if they created jobs as promised. For 4 years after June 6, 2023, these businesses also wouldn't have to pay value-added tax, saving them a lot of money and making them more likely to invest. Plus, the government promised access to essential services like water, electricity, and natural gas. Businesses from Mexico and around the world showed interest in these parks. Car makers considered setting up factories there, but hoped for better roads and infrastructure. Companies from Taiwan that make computer chips and electronics were also looking to invest. By June 2023, Mexican and foreign businesses had already proposed 52 projects for building plants, a massive $4.5 billion investment. The government estimated the first 5 development poles would attract $7 billion in private investment by late July. On May 11, 2023, they shared details about 6 of the 10 poles, and the next day, these were officially open for business. Salina Cruz in Oaxaca, Coatzacoalcos, and Las Chuapas in Veracruz, and Ixtepec, Juchitán, and La Ventosa in Oaxaca. Later that year, on October 11th, 3 more poles opened for investment. Sayula de Alemán in Veracruz, and Matias Romero and Loma Bonita in Oaxaca. Finally, on October 16th, the last pole was unveiled in Ciudad Ixtepec, Oaxaca, completing the network of industrial parks across the isthmus region. As these parks took shape, excitement rippled through the area. For generations, the isthmus had been overlooked, its potential untapped. But now, with new jobs and growth on the horizon, hope blossomed like wildflowers after a drought. If this story of transformation in the isthmus resonates with you, hit the like button and share it with others. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you never miss inspiring tales of progress and ambition.